Hi, this is Alicia from God's Healing Mind Life Coaching Service. And I know you guys haven't seen my face in a little while, but I told you guys I'm coming back slowly but surely, okay? Well, today is somewhat story time, and at the same time, it's just something I wanted to share with you guys, okay? Now, I don't know, how many of y'all that know that's seeing, because it's all over, social media, this ruckus that's going on with the celebrities, right? Well, I'm not one that keep up with this celebrity stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they had this particular bishop caught up in this, right? So that's what kind of got my attention. And he's familiar, everybody pretty much familiar with him that I know of anyway. Anyway, you guys, it was where he was supposed to been invited to one of the celebrities' birthday party. And this birthday party is not the kind of thing that a bishop should be even thinking about going to, right? And if anybody know what I'm talking about, they'll know exactly who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, it was a young lady that was doing her, her opinion on the situation about, what was going on with the bishop and everything. And what caught my attention is when she made this statement and she said, what would give him the mind to even ask the bishop to go to a party like this, right? And I started pondering on that. And it kind of brought back memories of a situation that happened long time ago, you guys, okay? Now, I was young, and my sissy, she was young. She's 2 years younger than me. And I was out of school. I had graduated, got my own place. And, like I told you, they all used to come over and hang over at my house. Well, what had happened, you guys, is Sissy had a confrontation with this young lady, at school. So as you guys know, when it get riled up like that, everybody start, talking about this, that, and other. Everybody's, like, okay, we gonna have a boxing match. So it got to the point, when I said boxing match, this is the words I have to use for YouTube, okay? So y'all just bear with me. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We gotta watch for the kids, okay? But anyway, Sissy and this young lady had confrontation at school. So the word was out that it was gonna be a boxing match. So I told Sissy, I said, Sissy, you get off the bus at my house. That way you will have some backup, in case somebody want to, try some funny business or whatever, right? So this is what Sissy did. She got off the bus over to my house, so that brought the whole school, neighborhood, and everything else to my house, okay? Now, this is the thing. I lived right next door. There was apartments. And I lived right next door to a pastor. So when they came over and everything got boosted up, everybody was hollering and shouting. You know how they do with these boxing matches. Hollering and carrying on, and the ones who doing the boxing matching, they fussing and hollering and carrying on. I mean, it was just, wow, you guys. We had clean forgot all about the pastor lived next door, right? So here it is, it went on for a while. I guess, he was like letting it go on, see how long it gonna last or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, it was just going on. Ha, shout, ha, everybody hollering and carrying on, using bad words too, of course. Make sure I let you know that. And here it is, everybody was hollering and screaming, and they was fussing and arguing at each other and, boxing with each other. All of a sudden, the pastor walks out the door. And when he walked out the door, everything just went quiet, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was silent, you guys. It was just like Jesus said, peace be still. It was just like the pastor walked out the door and said, peace be still. Because it's just how quiet it got. Nobody was fussing. Nobody was arguing or anything. Even the two that was boxing, which was Sissy and the other young lady, they stopped. They changed the demeanor on their face. It was just so quiet. When they said it was so quiet, you could hear a pin drop. You actually could hear a pin drop if you'd have dropped one, the way how quiet everything went. It was to the point to where when the pastor came out the door, I guess he was going to tell them to pipe it down. I don't know whether he was going to try to talk to us and tell us this, that, and other. But anyway, when he walked out the door, everything just went quiet. And he went to laughing and went back in the hall, because this is just how back in the days pastors got respect. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I know y'all remember too, the movie Friday. You remember when the pastor came up and everybody went to hide and all that stuff? They go to pastor and they go to hide and everything. But now, this pastor, we all know who that was. That was Barney Mac, right? So they was hiding their stuff because they didn't want to share it with the pastor. You see what I'm saying? But I remember there was times when we used to have parties and stuff like that, right? And pastor might come up because, we all was family. We know school teachers and school teacher might be your Sunday school teacher. You know what I'm saying? That's just how close-knit families, neighborhood friends and stuff that we had. And that's how it was, right? So here it is, a pastor would come up and everybody go, there go the pastor. So everybody go to hide stuff, throwing stuff, and putting it out and everything, right? And I remember this guy said one day, he said, dang, man, he blowed my high. You know what I'm saying? But this the kind of respect that the pastors used to get back in the days. It was even times when they would go to court and everybody, the judge, everybody would give pastors respect. You know what I'm saying? A man of God is what they would call him. So they would be like, hey, y'all respect this man of God, regardless to, what was what, they gonna respect him, right? He could even talk up for you. And you might have been a bad kid in the neighborhood doing something wrong. The pastor can go up there and say, look, we working with him. We trying to get him, on the right track. If y'all don't mind, could y'all release him to me and let me work with him, and I can see, can I get him back on track? And the judge would turn him over to him simply because they had respect back then for pastors and bishops and stuff of this nature, right? But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to share this story with you guys because this memory, I had forgotten all about it. It come back to me when she made that statement because, what she was saying, what would give him a notion to even think that he could invite a bishop to such a party. That means he didn't have no respect for him. You understand what I'm saying? And anyway, you guys, I appreciate you guys listening to my story. I hope you like, share, comment, whichever one you want to do. It's up to you, but you know what to do. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Hit the like, like I said, the bell, the all. And you'll be getting notifications whenever I put up a video, because I told you guys I'm coming back. I'm coming back slowly but surely, okay? And I appreciate you guys being patient with me, okay? So remember that God loves you, and so do I. And you guys have a blessed day. Thank you. Uh-oh.